Okay, so in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a program that makes use of if statements to have a different formula depending on the number of inputs. So this will be very similar to the project called Prison Phone Call that you'll be doing in class. I wanted to give you something that you could use that is similar to that. Okay, so I'm going to create a new project. It's going to be a Java application, and I'm going to name it Recycling Cans. And then of course make sure to specify where you want to save it, and then click Finish. Okay, I'm going to get rid of all this. Alright, okay, so I'm going to write a little description of what this program is going to be, but you don't have to write this part down. This is just to let you know. Okay, so here's the background information for this program. A recycling company is willing to pay people to recycle aluminum cans. In order to motivate people to begin recycling, they will pay 25 cents each for the first 100 cans you recycle, but after that they will only pay 5 cents for each can. Write a program that will calculate the amount of money you will earn if you tell it how many cans you recycle. Now, of course, this is just a made-up problem. There's probably no company out there that is willing to pay you all that money for recycling aluminum cans. But for the purpose of this assignment, pretend there's a company that is willing to do this. Okay, so the first thing we want to do here is ask the user of this program how many cans they're going to recycle. Then we want to calculate how much money they're going to make. Okay, so this is something we've done before. Let's just print out a message telling them what to do. So we'll say, how many cans are you gonna recycle? And then we need a scanner. Actually, I guess we could have done that before the printing. We need a scanner so we can get their input. Now we need to decide what kind of a variable to use to store this input. Since they're going to be entering a number of cans, and they're probably not going to be entering like half a can, right? So let's just use an int variable. So let's say int cans equals s.nextInt. Okay, now we need to figure out how much money they will earn after recycling this many cans. Now, the tricky thing here is we can't just enter a simple formula like we did in the inches to centimeters converter, because if the user enters a number under 100, it's going to be a different formula to calculate the amount of money they earn than if they enter a number over 100. So let's create another variable to hold the amount of money they're going to earn. And because it's a money value, we're going to use a double data type because that lets us have decimal places. So I'm going to say double amount earned. And I'm going to give it the value 0 to start with. And then I'm also going to print out that value at the very end of the program. I'm going to say you earned $sign plus amount earned. Okay, let's just run this for now. And it asks me, how many cans are you going to recycle? And I say 3. And it said you earned $0. That's because we haven't programmed it to actually calculate anything yet. So we need to figure out how much they earn. Well, that'll be pretty easy to calculate if the amount of cans they're recycling is 100 or less, because it'll just be the number of cans multiplied by 25 cents, right? So let's figure that case out first. We'll say if cans is less than or equal to 100, then amount earned equals cans multiplied by 0.25. So let's run the program and see if that part works. And it says how many cans are you going to recycle? We'll say 5 cans. And it tells me you earned $1.25. So that worked, right? Because 5 cans, each 25 cents, is going to add up to be $1.25. Okay? Let's run it again and try it with a different value. What if I say 150 cans? It doesn't work. It says I earned $0. And that's because we haven't programmed it to handle any number over 100 yet. So let's do that. Let's say else if cans is greater than 100, then the amount earned is going to be a little different, right? It's going to equal 25 cents for the first 100 cans plus 5 cents more for every additional can. So let's figure that out piece by piece. So let's create another variable called extra cans. And that's going to equal however many cans they had minus 100. Because if they had 105 cans, that's 5 extra cans. So we could say 105 minus 100, and that gives us the value 5 for extra cans. So let's say amount earned is going to have the value of the first 100 cans, which are each 25 cents, plus all the extra cans multiplied by 5 cents. So now let's run it. And it says, how many cans are you going to recycle? And I say 105. And it says $25.25. So let's just check and make sure that's correct. The first 100 are each worth 25 cents. So 100 times 25 cents is $25. And then the last 5 cans are each worth 5 cents. So 5 cents times 5 is 25 cents. So we've got $25.25. It looks like the program works. Now, just for fun, let's run it one more time and check, what if we enter a negative value, like negative 5 cans? It says I earned negative $1.25. Now that's kind of a weird value for somebody to enter, and they probably shouldn't. But just in case they do enter a negative value, let's just tell them they didn't earn anything, because that's a weird input. So if we add another condition here, let's actually put it on the top of the first one and say if cans is less than or equal to 0, then amount earned is still $0. And because we're adding this to our string of ifs and else ifs, the second one now becomes an else if. So it checks here first. If that's not true, then it continues checking that condition. If that one's not true, then it'll check this condition. And whichever of them happens to be true, if any of them, it'll do the code that follows. Okay, let's test it out. How many cans are you going to recycle? I'm going to say 5 cans. $1.25? That's correct. Okay, let's try it again with 0 cans, and we earn $0. Okay, let's try it again with a negative number, negative 3 cans. You earned $0. Good. All right, let's try it with something over 100. Make sure that part still works. So 105 cans, $25.25, which is good. We already know that's correct. Okay, so hopefully that helps you with the prison phone call assignment. I want to show you all the code here just in case you didn't get it all copied down. And let me remove this part here now.